We're back here on TV 18. Thanks for hanging out with us. I am being very careful with the cards. But Tim's here from the Grand County Historical Association. Tell me about what I'm looking at, what I'm playing with.
Okay, so these are souvenir cards made for the Moffett Road for the Denver and Salt Lake Railroad. And they were made by none other than U.S. Playing Card Company.
Wow.
Which they're the biggest card company in the world to this day.
There's so many Grand Lake ones. It's so cool.
Yeah, so each one of these has a different photo on its face.
Yep.
Yep, so...
this one is bathing in Grand Lake, because they used to do that.
Okay, yes, apparently. They did. I've never... Whoa. And here's just a modest little cabin in Grand Lake.
Oh,
How's
so
that for cool?
Fun. Cool. All of these can be seen at the museums?
Well, this
sometimes.
One is a little difficult to see. I mean, you got to have access to me to get to that.
Well,
so, yeah.
Look up Tim if you want to see the playing cards. They're pretty cool.
They are pretty cool.
Lots of treasures in the museum. Remind me how many we have in this county?
So we have, as far as the Grand County Historical Association goes, we have 4 museums.
Okay.
We have the one that I'm out of, Pioneer Village in Hot Sulphur Springs.
Yep.
We have Cousins Ranch over here in Fraser. We have Heritage Park in Kremling. Yeah. And the newest one is the Airport Museum.
Right.
Yeah, so
some cool things in there.
That's right. All kinds of aviation history that you would be surprised about in Grand County.
Right. Yeah. Are museums, are they themed?
Well, yes and no. I mean, mine is not, because it covers the entire history of Grand County. Okay. So the entire county, and but there are themes throughout the museum, such as a lot of railroad stuff. Right, because that's important. Yeah. A lot of skiing history. Okay. Because that's a big part of our history in Grand County. Right. All the towns are represented. So, very cool. And then Cousins Ranch, of course, is a house museum. It was the homestead for the Cousins family. Right. So that's the general theme there. Okay. But there are other exhibits that you can see inside there. Okay. And then Heritage Park in Kremling deals with Kremling's history, the Kremling area, and a lot on ranching. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. And of course, the Airport Museum has to do with airports and flying things, that whatever those words are. Yeah. How early were people hanging out in Grand County? Well, boy, how far back do you want to go? Because people were hanging out, 10,000 years ago. Right. So, okay. So take your pick. And then, of course, the Utes have been hanging out for hundreds of years. Right. And then as far as American settlement goes, it started around 1860, just sporadic cabins. Okay. But by 1870, it was really starting to go. 1874, it started to explode in Hot Sulphur Springs because the wagon roads were open. Okay. And William Byers of the Rocky Mountain News owned the Hot Sulphur Springs Resort, which was going at that time. And so it was, a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot, but people were here, in the later half of the 1800s.
1800s. Okay, and then the train came around.
And then the train came around fairly late in 1904. Okay,
yeah.
So we were very late.
So a good 100 years later.
Well, no, not 100 years later. About 30 years later.
Great, I can do math.
Okay. So 30 years, though, we went without a railroad. Right. That's a big deal. Yeah. And especially because we were the important link for Denver to the West Coast. Right. Without coming through here, Denver did not have a direct line to the West Coast. Right. In fact, you had to go through Pueblo or Cheyenne to go to the West Coast.
How interesting.
So, but the interesting thing is when David Moffett built the railroad through here, it dead-ended in Craig. And it stayed that way for a long time. Dead-ended there in 1912, 1913. Okay. And it wasn't until 1934, after the tunnel was opened in 1927, 1934, they opened the Dotsero Cutoff, which connected to the Denver and Rio Grande tracks and took Denver traffic all the way to the West Coast through Salt Lake City. Okay. And this
a lot of information.
Is kind of a memento from that time, because at the same time that the Dotsero Cutoff opened, the Burlington Zephyr made its initial run from Chicago to Denver, and it broke all world land speed records at that time. At times it was going up to 100 miles per hour. Wow. It was amazing. And
Very
then,
cool.
After it hit Denver,
Yeah.
it went through Hot Sulphur Springs, as you can see in these photos.
Yeah.
Well, before it went through Hot Sulphur Springs, it went through the Moffat Tunnel.
Right, right. That's awesome.
And but when it was going through Hot Sulphur Springs, someone set a penny on the tracks, and
there it goes.
it. And it went all the way to Oakland, California.
That's crazy. And you called it the Burlington.
The Burlington Zephyr.
When did the Burlington go away?
So the Burlington went for, a good 20 years.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it morphed into the California
Zephyr. Right.
That's right.
Right, which is what we know it as today.
That's right.
Huh.
Actually, it was known as the Denver Zephyr and then the California Zephyr.
Okay.
So, but it is the railroad that we all ride today on Amtrak.
Right, right.
Yeah.
From Chicago to Oakland.
That's right.
Very cool. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Tim talking a little bit more about the museums, a little bit more about railroad history, and what you can learn about Grand County. So stay tuned, TV18, don't go anywhere.